Yeah, I was going to have a similar comments where basically the technology looks very impressive, but it would have been very nice to see some example applications. So when you talked about gesturing while driving at 220 kilometers per hour, for example, that would be really cool to see, even if it's just a mock-up video of what this could help people with. Also, I'd be curious about the competition and pros and cons of your technology. For example, I've seen another company called Thalmic Labs, I think, where they attach the microchip and measure the electric signals in your muscles. So for example, that might work better, let's say, in the dark.
Yeah.
So I would be curious, like, let's say you're driving at night, what happens then? I think GIFs have made a comeback, and I think they're fun, very low resource. That's probably why they put them on those news sites and stuff. Yeah, I think you've created a very clever solution. I'd be curious to see how the content owners react to it in the long term, but I think it's very clever because at least technically you're not violating anything, so that's pretty awesome. I'd be curious about if there are any technical limitations given your approach, because you basically have to stream everything from all the sites at the same time. It has to be very synchronized. Yeah. So I would be curious about if there's any limits on editing given that. So wondering if it's just Twitter that's being integrated. And also, since you're relying so much on Twitter, I feel like that might be a disadvantage for your business because there's nothing inherently sticky for your users, probably. Like, they could switch to another service that's similar to yours because you're relying on Twitter. You don't control, you don't own the data, so I think you're kind of at a disadvantage because of that.
If they turn off the lights suddenly, we would be completely screwed.
No, we have.
Do you have lights?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
Actually, you have it, right?
Yeah.
The sort of idea behind the business is that you offer a service that's valuable to other people, and so if it's a really good service and people are saving a lot of time, or they're gaining a lot from using your service, then that implies it has a monetary value, right? And so, at least in our system of capitalism, when you can do something faster or you save time or you can be more productive, then there's you can attach a value to that. And so that becomes people's willingness to pay you for the service. Let's see, where does a good idea come from? I think it comes out of a personal need, like something that you're interested in, something that you are passionate about. And you say to yourself, wow, I wish I could do this, and then, so often you create things for yourself, so for me, oftentimes it's been something that I wanted to use for myself, and then I also thought other people might also like to use it.